Good morning. It is Tuesday, January 17th, and now we've ended week 5 of season 1 of Dragonflight. So let's go see what's in our vault. Kick things off this week with my Death Knight. I did a heroic raid with him, and I also, I think I ran a few keys. I didn't run a whole lot, I don't really think, but enough where definitely the vault's going to have at least several slots to pick out. I have been enjoying my Death Knight. I mainly play him as Unholy, although occasionally I will step in and do a couple of Blood Death Knight tanking runs whenever I'm needed to, or if I'm having a little bit of trouble getting a key. So it's always nice to have that option when tanking, is to have a fallback spec to be able to tank. But I really like the Unholy play style. I will say that I've tried two-handed obliteration. Just doesn't flow as nicely, I think, as Unholy, but that's just maybe me. I have not tried Breath of Sindragosa and the dual wielding build because I just don't have one-handers, and honestly, it's just probably not a playstyle that I'm really looking to try out. But never say never. Maybe I'll get a couple of ones off the auction house just to give it a shot to see if I like to play a style and go from there. Who knows? But once we get in the game, here we go, is check out what the weekly quest is, and it is world quest for rep. Well, I'll take that because rep's never gonna hurt anything. And over here, let's see what the world quest is looks like we're just doing world quests and rep for the weekly aiding as well, so that ties together pretty nicely. All right, I am in a holy spec for loot. Let's pop it open and see what we get. All right, and here we go. So plate legs, I've already got better. There's heroic tier chest, which I started off 2-piece, but whatever. Heroic back, which the crit mastery is great actually. Now here we go for legs. Let's give me 3-piece. So yeah, definitely going for the legs. Haste mastery, kind of already the same I've already got, and it'll give me 3-piece, which means I only need one more for my 4-piece. So that's a pretty good pool. Nice to see some tier in the vault again. All right, excellent. And the key is Temple of the Jade Serpent, and it looks like it's tyrannical. Obviously, it was sanguine and explosive, which honestly I don't mind sanguine, especially as a tank, because if you can just control the mobs for the most part. There's always like the longbowman and Oku defensive that just stand there and get healed to full sometimes, so it can be a little frustrating. But as long as you have some sort of knockback, or if you're a Death Knight, you can just grip them out. It's not the end of the world. And explosive, it's kind of a healer affix where they just kind of target it down, but everybody should. But honestly, it's not that big of a deal. Sweet. So Death Knight pulled out some tier pants at 408. That's huge. Really like that. Time for my lock, because everybody knows I like to DPS on my lock. I mainly DPS in a raid on my lock, but I also do run keys as well. I am very, very close still to the Keystone Master. I just didn't run enough keys on my lock to get it done. I think I'm at like 1850, so I'm just right there, right at the edge. In fact, this week, I have a couple of low keys on Tyrannical. I've got this 8 and a few 10s. So if I push those Ruby Life Pools 8 up a little bit and just a couple other keys, then I'm at 1837. I'll really quickly hit Keystone Master. So I might just try to focus on it this week, just so I can get it done. Because I could have done it last week, but I just didn't feel like running the keys because I was doing so much other stuff with all my other characters as well. So it's always that. All right, I'm in Destruction. I have been playing Destruction a lot more lately since the hot fixes or the patch last week. It's definitely doing a lot more damage, and it's a lot of fun to play. All right, necklace is out. Belt, that could be a good thing. Staff, I've got a 405 hex sword, so probably not. Neck, no. And I've got 411, so I'll probably just take the belt. It's a decent little upgrade. Let me make sure that I already don't have a belt waiting in the wings. I do not. So yeah, I'll take the belt. It's also haste mastery, which are great stats. So overall, not terrible. Too bad about the neck though. I did kill a couple of heroic bosses on my lock, so that would have been nice to have if the slots would have been switched around. All right, cool. And it's also got a nice little appearance. I like that. All right, so I really need. I think I do have high level bracers because what I did whenever I dropped the Primal Storm belt, that's obviously going to make me lose 340 in secondary stats from not having the Primal 2 set anymore. So let me just check if I do not have any bracers in the bank. So I am going to have to try to get some bracers this week. All right, cool. Moving on, let's see. On to my warrior. Now, I've been playing my warrior a little bit more. Obviously, with the tanking situation in Dragonflight Season 1, I love playing my Druid. I do 40, 50k, sometimes even higher. The overall DPS in a dungeon, I think the amount of damage you can put out as a Druid, especially with maybe the upcoming 10.05 with Ironfur possibly, it makes them top tier in running like mid or lower keys. But I will say, and everybody knows this, that Protection Warrior is just a little bit more tanky and has a little bit better spell mitigation overall. So it does make it tough to, compare the two. Now I'm opening this as orange because I don't want any more one-handed weapons because I have a crafted one. So Diamond Edge Gauntlets, I already have 408. This would give me tier shoulders. I already have. What is? Okay, yeah. So this would give me tier shoulders. So that would be nice. Because right now, yeah, I have the primal. That's why I was confused. This would give me tier chest, but I already have a better chest, and I can always in a week I think I can catalyst it. So I'll get the 2-piece for shoulders right there. So that's pretty solid. Again, getting some more tier. My warrior is still relatively underplayed. I've been playing it more lately, but this is gonna help because this will give me 2-piece tier, which let's see, revenge grants. So yeah, that's pretty nice. It doesn't pump up my ignore pain. I need the 4 set for that, but it helps a bit. All right, and moving on to my Druid, I did run some keys with my Druid. I ran enough. I ran 4 keys with my Druid, enough to get a couple of vault items. I actually didn't raid with my Druid. I raided with my warrior this weekend, so not going to have a whole lot of tier pieces available or vault choices available, but I did do some. I think I'm still 1 piece off from a complete 4 set as well, so that kind of sucks. Maybe I should have just tried to knuckle down and run at least a few normal bosses, but it is what it is. Let's go in and check. I am in Feral. Great. Yeah, and I'm at 3-piece right now. So let's see what we pull. So 1 robes, which I do need, so that'll put me at 4, and 402 legs, which again I have tier. So yeah, that'll get us tier. 4-piece tier on my Druid, and at 405 because I think I ran a 11 or I think I ran a 12 as my highest key. So nice. So yeah, that puts us at. Yeah, I've unlocked 4-piece tier for my Druid, finally. I think I had 3-piece relatively quickly. It just took a while to get that 4th. And I already had the mode kind of going anyway, so that kind of flows together nicely. Let me take off the tabard ahead mode. Can't really tell much of a difference, but yeah, looks great. Awesome. And my prop Paladin, I actually ran just a little baby key, a +2, or maybe it was a 4. With the guild and some new alts of theirs, so he's actually gonna have just one little tiny slot in the vault. I really like prop Paladin. It's a class that I go back to all the time. It's just, I don't know, I love playing them in keys because interrupts. People really get annoyed about Ruby life pools and the amount of interrupts that you have to maintain there, but when you're playing on your prop Paladin, it doesn't really feel like that much of an issue because between Divine Toll and Blinding Light and Avenger Shield and your kick, it's just interrupts aren't really a problem when you're playing a prop Paladin. Yeah, look at that. I go from non-upgradable Mythic Gauntlets to 382s, which I can upgrade, and their Haste Mastery. So you know what? Worth it. Anyway, I think that's it for this week. As for, I'm probably going to push my Keystone Master, my Warlock. We'll continue to push my Warrior up some. I do think I'm going to try playing my Druid in some more keys. And as far as this week affix is concerned, Sanguine and Explosive, I think this is going to be a push week. Yes, Tyrannical is going to be annoying for certain bosses. Hello, Azure Vault. But at the same time, it's going to make everything else overall easier for some other keys. So, because, I don't know, like Shadow Moon's always easy. Quarter Stars is pretty easy. I actually don't mind Halls of Valor on Tyrannical weeks that much either, because I feel like the trash is the most annoying part of Halls of Valor, and if you can clear that a whole lot faster, the boss is taking an extra 30 to 45 seconds, not the worst thing in the world. So, that's just me. That's my opinion. Thanks, guys, for hanging out. See you next time.